Following is a sponsored or paid program that is paid for or sponsored by Scorton Creek Media.
Hi, I'm Sarah Lapsey-Martin reporting for Coastal Lifestyle TV, WQHOG 17. No, I am not an actual reporter, but today I am. I'm here at the 17th annual Quahog Fest at the beautiful Blue Water Resort in South Yarmouth. What is Quahog Day, you ask? Well, this is a much anticipated day where we wait for Doug the Quahog to predict how many beach days we are going to have this summer. This is so important for locals and tourists alike. Oh wait, I see Paul, the CEO of the Cape Cod Chamber. Paul, can we steal you for a moment? Hi, Paul.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Great. Nice to see you today.
Nice to see you.
So, what a beautiful day we have here. Did Doug predict this weather today?
Of course he did. He told me about 9 p.m. last night. We're going to have great weather tomorrow.
Thank goodness it's not a rainy day, right?
No, it's not Saturday.
Exactly. Every Saturday. So, I know the history of Doug predicting the weather goes back 17 years when he met Johnny Quahog. I do think all of our watchers out there should go back and watch Behind the Mollusk.
Yes.
Because it was an excellent documentary. I learned so much. But for people that haven't seen Behind the Mollusk, can you give us a brief history of the background of when did the weather predicting start?
Well, it started about 17 years ago when Johnny Quahog was out basically with the boys for a night out to eat seafood, talk about sports, drink beer. But when he was delivered his dinner, everyone else started eating their quahogs. Johnny started hearing from his. And that started a relationship where Johnny understood he could talk to this mollusk, and this was a special guy. So they struck up a friendship. Johnny took him everywhere with him. And but he had a hard time explaining to other people that he could hear from him.
Yes.
So he said, "What do you talk about with a quahog?" And he said, "The weather."
Right.
And that started the weather predictions.
Oh my goodness. What a special quahog we have here.
He's very special.
Now, you've been the CEO of the Cape Cod Chamber for the last 4 years.
Yes.
What was it like meeting this amazing celebrity for the first time?
I was very excited.
Yes.
But, Doug can be a little standoffish at first.
Yeah.
But, we put in the time. We tried to build our relationship together. He took me around to visit a lot of his family. I mean, Doug goes back for generations.
Yes.
Before the Mayflower.
Wow.
So we visit a lot of tide pools on the Cape and on the islands sometimes too.
Well,
and we really bonded.
Yeah, I'm glad you put the time in.
We did.
And now look at you guys, 4 years
That's right.
later.
Fast friends.
So honestly, Paul, between you, I, and everyone out there watching, how accurate are Doug's predictions?
He's incredibly accurate.
Yes.
I mean, over 17 years, he's pretty much been spot on almost every year.
Truly incredible here.
It is, absolutely.
Well, I would like to ask Doug some questions. Is he ready?
Are you ready, buddy? Yeah, he's ready.
So, Doug, do you get anxious, or should I say shell-shocked, before you're in front of the crowd giving your prediction?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Cool as a cucumber.
Cool as a cucumber. I love that.
A sea cucumber.
A sea cucumber, of course. So, Doug, do you ever get worried being on Cape Cod surrounded by restaurants where you are a menu item?
Yeah, he's not a fan of a lot of the chowder and a lot of the seafood around here. So he really gets offended by that stuff. So he tries to not frequent those places.
Yeah.
I mean, he did wind up on the plate at one point.
Right.
So he's thankful to Johnny Quahog for saving him. But he likes chicken.
He likes chicken. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to eat some seafood.
No.
And he does have security that guards him. So
yeah. No, it started to get overwhelming as his popularity sort of increased. So he needed a security team. So his security team is never far away. They're right off camera right now.
Yep.
And they're very protective, and they do a great job of protecting Doug.
Yes.
Except for last year, they lost him.
I know. We're going to interview them after. I'm a little worried to bring it up, but we'll see.
No, bring it up.
Bring it up.
Yeah.
Got to whip him into shape.
Absolutely.
I am here with Doug the Quahog's security team. I have a few questions for you guys. First, how long have you been able to protect this amazing celebrity? How many years?
15 years of my bravest work has been Quahog Day. Yeah.
It's been an honor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Feels like my whole life. I've been training.
It was destined. It was destiny.
I gave up a career
Wow.
just to do this once a year.
Doug is really lucky.
Gave up a career.
Yeah.
It's a long road.
Doug is really lucky to have this team behind him. Well, I'm going to bring it up. Last year, Last year there was a bit of a situation. Doug went MIA. He went MIA. Where did you end up finding Doug?
Well, we found him on the High Line.
Okay.
And I'm not going to point any fingers at who was to blame.
Okay.
We don't point fingers.
Oh, no, we don't.
We do not point fingers.
No pointing.
Yeah.
Seagull.
Up. Cicada. Left.
We'll move
Get it.
on. We'll move on.
Okay.
But
Doug.
so this year, what measures have you taken to make sure last year does not repeat itself?
Well, we went through a lot of training.
Yeah.
A lot of training.
With Misfit Studios, right?
Yes.
Many weeks.
Yeah, many
Physical,
weeks.
Water.
mental,
Yeah.
Hard physical.
intellectual.
Water.
Yeah.
Drinking a lot of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hydrating.
And you had to take a quiz.
Hydrating like Tom Brady.
Doug hydrates.
Yeah.
We hydrate.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
And
Yep.
you all graduated, so you
Watch
feel
the video.
much
Yes.
more.
Steps.
Doug's much more secure this
Finally
year.
graduated.
yeah.
Oh, my
Yes.
goodness.
Yes.
We're ready. We are so ready, right, guys?
Yeah.
We're ready. We're ready.
Where is Doug, by the way?
He's in
We can't really
Okay.
divulge that right now.
It's too. He's
know where he
prepping.
is.
He's prepping.
Yeah.
Okay, last question before you have to get back to protecting Doug.
Okay.
This is for Kim. What's it like being the only woman here on the team?
I tell you, it's tough, but it's clear. Doug needed the touch of a woman.
Whoa. Hello.
And we'll end it with that, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time. Now get back to Doug.
Yes.
Let's go.
Doug, are you ready to go give your prediction?
He's ready.
Okay.
He's very ready.
Well, let's get the show on the road. Let's go to
do
the
it.
event. Let's do
go.
it.
Now
Let's
is
do
the
it.
time.
Let's do it. Okay, Doug. It's up to you now. How many beach days are we going to have this summer? Doug says 80 beach days. Wow. Seems aggressive, but he's never wrong. So thank you, Doug.
This has been such an amazing day. Doug, I want to thank you for your prediction. I know that I'm going to have an amazing summer filled with beach days. If only I wasn't married. I guess this is the end. Until next year. Sarah Lapsley Martin signing off, Coastal Lifestyle TV, WQHOG 17.
Get ready to embark on a remarkable journey, highlighting the people, places, and experience that make life on Cape Cod and the islands. It's time to introduce you to a brand new TV show that will immerse you in the heart and soul of this unique region. Welcome to Coastal Lifestyle, Cape Cod and the islands.
Thank you to this week's sponsors, Cape and Coast Bank and the Cape Cod Chamber of Commerce.
Local blossoms, local puzzles, local discovers, local grows, like at Cape and Coast Bank, where we are growing a stronger commitment to this community. We used to be called the Cooperative Bank of Cape Cod, known for our people, expertise, and service. With our new name, we keep all that while we work even harder to help our community succeed. Cape and Coast Bank, powering local.
I bet you didn't know, right here on this hill in beautiful Falmouth, we have our own curling club, the Cape Cod Curling Club. This club has athletes of all ages from 5 to 99, and it even is home to some Olympic athletes. Come on, let's go check it out. I'm here at the Cape Cod Curling Club in Falmouth with Natina. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, we're so happy you're here.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you do here?
So I'm the president of the Curling Club, but this is just a nonprofit club, and it's completely volunteer run. So I'm a volunteer. Everybody that does everything in this club is a volunteer,
Yes.
from pebbling the ice, so taking care of the ice, to stocking the kitchen. Everything is done
Team
by
effort.
volunteers.
Love
Absolute
that.
team effort.
Can you tell people where are we exactly?
So we're in Falmouth,
Yes.
And we're hidden right in plain sight. We've been
Yeah.
here since 1969.
Yeah.
And it's a great, right near the village, and a wonderful place to come and pop by and check us out.
Easy to get to. I had no idea this was here, like you said, in plain sight, hidden, but now that I'm here, wow, it is so impressive. Can you tell us a little bit about who can play curling? Like who plays curling?
Well, that's the great thing about
Yeah.
curling. Curling it's very accessible. It's a lifetime sport. So we have very young curlers. My daughter started curling when she was 5. And we actually had, for a while, we had the Guinness World Record holder for the oldest curler was one of our curlers here.
Wow.
Ralph Vaccaro held that. So we, into your 90s. So
Yes.
it's the full spectrum. And the fun thing is that they can all curl together at the same time.
Yes.
So definitely you can be totally recreational about it, or you can be very competitive.
That is amazing.
yeah,
And anyone can do.
And anyone can do
Yes.
it, right? We have a fabulous wheelchair program, and we have illustrious wheelchair curlers that play here also. So
Which is amazing. I think for myself, watching in the Olympics, right, was where I've seen it.
Yeah.
You have some claims to fame here, people that have maybe gone to play.
Yeah. So we have some of our junior curlers have definitely played nationally and internationally. We just had one of our junior curlers, Nick Sanzali, who just got back from Italy, and he was playing in the nationals for juniors just this year. And we've had Paralympians. Megan Lino went to the Paralympics, and we've again, you can play recreationally, or you can right here on Cape Cod. You can take it to the highest levels.
Wow, that is truly impressive. Well, I'm really excited to get on the ice and actually learn how to curl.
Yeah.
Wish me luck.
Good luck. You'll do great.
Hi, my name's Dave Sinnott, and I'm a member here at Cape Cod Curling Club. And we're going to give Sarah, our host, a curling lesson today.
I'm ready. Let's
do it.
Okay.
So the first thing you're going to do, I'm going to kind of walk you through this, and then you can just do what I do, is you're going to get into the hack with your right foot, about halfway up, and then you're going to grab a hold of your stabilizer, what we call a stabilizer for balance, and you're going to get in the hack and bend down as far as you can. Okay? And then we're going to take a rock, curling stone they call it, and we're going to hold that in your right hand. And then we're going to do a simple 1, 2, 3 delivery. I'm going to kind of demonstrate it. So we're going to move the rock forward just to get it moving.
Okay.
And then we're going to bring it back, kind of to our toe. And then we're going to slide out. And when you slide out, your left foot's going to go here, and your right leg's going to go into the lunge position.
And then you let go.
And then you let go. You slide out and you let go. So it's going to look something like this in fast motion. 1, 2, 3. And then you let it go.
Hi, I'm Dave Benton with the Cape Cod Curling Club.
And I'm Peter Milley, also with the Cape Cod Curling Club, and we're going to do a little bit of sweeping and show you what that's all about in a minute.
Let's see. Show me what do I do? What is the point of sweeping? I think that's my first question.
Okay, so the point of sweeping is as the stone moves down the ice, sometimes you want to, and it's naturally going to curl, sometimes you want to either increase the curl or maybe decrease the curl to keep it straight. And often the speed will vary, and so sometimes sweeping can help accelerate the stone moving down if you think it's a little slow and you want it to get to a place farther than you think it will get to.
Understand, okay.
And it takes a little bit of experience and practice to understand that, and oftentimes the skip who's at the end calling the shots will call for sweep.
Okay.
Because he or she can really judge also, and there's also a whole timing element to it, so
I know, there's a lot to learn.
Yeah, there is a lot, there's a lot.
Okay, are we going to be sweeping and you're going to be?
I'm going to deliver a stone.
Okay.
We're going to sweep.
And we're going to sweep, so typically, go ahead, Dave.
Close. Not bad, not bad.
Thank you, sweepers.
Interesting. This is interesting. At first I thought we were just like sweeping ice chunks or something. But it's not like that.
I didn't want to throw it too fast because I didn't,
Then I'll be like,
you got to be careful, you got to be careful.
So I may not be walking out of here today with the trophy, but stay tuned. You never know what's going to happen now that I have my lesson under my belt. But I am walking out of here with a newfound respect just for the sport of curling and everything that they do here on the Cape that I never knew existed here. True hidden gem. Can't wait to come back soon. you ever wondered what the building is right here at the fork to Chapin Beach? I've seen this building from Grays Beach as well, never knew what it is, and today I finally learned it's the ARC Hatchery. Spawn to table, clams and oysters. I can't wait to go talk to Chloe and learn more about it. Come on, let's jump in.
Blowing today.
Chloe, I am so excited to finally be here. Can you tell us, where are we exactly?
So we're at Aquacultural Research Corporation, which is near Chapin Beach in Dennis, Massachusetts. We are the state's largest commercial shellfish hatchery. So we grow a lot of the baby clams and oysters that farmers grow up that end up on your plate in restaurants here.
And we got to see the babies. They're so cute. So you are open here year-round?
We are, yes.
How many employees do you have?
So we have about 25 full-time year-round employees,
Nice.
A whole bunch of ages, everything from marine biologists to former service members. So we have quite the gamut here of people who work here. We have a lot of young people and we have a lot of women who work here as well, which is pretty unique.
I absolutely love that. And just so people know, give us a quick little history of how long this has been here.
Sure, ARC was founded in 1960 on about 30 acres that we sit on right here. It went through a bunch of iterations and eventually settled on the shellfish hatchery side of the business about 40 years ago.
Wow. That's a long time ago.
Yes.
Now, what is the actual process? We got to go inside and see everything. What is the process of from being born, to the hatchery, to the nursery? Give us a little rundown on that.
Sure, we start with broodstock animals, which are essentially the moms and dads that have good characteristics that we want to pass on. And we take those and we condition them for about 8 weeks so that even in the winter, we can convince them that it's almost time to spawn on their own.
Yes.
Then we bring them into our hatchery and convince them that it's a nice July day, kind of like today.
Today, yes.
And that they should start spawning. They release sperm and eggs, we place them together, and the magic starts right there. In our hatchery. From there, they swim as larvae for about 2 weeks in tanks, which is a fact not many people know.
I never knew that, yes.
Oysters start by swimming, and then once they go through metamorphosis and they settle down to the ground, that's when we keep them in tanks inside. We feed them a lot of algae, which is a type of phytoplankton that they eat to help them grow really big as quickly as we can. And they spend about a month inside of our hatchery with warm water, all the food, really good TLC, people taking care of them all of the time. At that point though, after about a month, we can't make enough food and we don't have enough space, so they kind of get kicked out of mom and dad's basement and end up in our nursery system, which is right behind us here. Here we can use the creek water that has plenty of naturally occurring algae in it, and that's what they'll eat for the next few months or so until they're big enough, usually about fingernail size, to go to someone's farm.
Wow. And how long is the process from start to me eating?
Yeah, so from the time it is spawned in our hatchery here in Dennis until the time you're eating it on a plate somewhere, for an oyster is about 2.5 years.
Wow, that's really mind-blowing. I did not know that.
Yep. Yeah, so it takes 2.5 years and maybe 2.5 seconds to eat one.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. And what about a clam?
So a clam, if we're thinking about something a little neck size, you'd eat raw on the half shell, those are about 3 years or so. Clams take longer to grow, they've got a bigger shell, and they just don't feed as frequently as oysters do.
Wow. And we also learned that they're eating a lot. So tell me a bit about this algae room that you have.
Yeah, so we grow all of our own algae here. It's actually a strain of algae we originally took from the creek behind us, so we know it's a naturally occurring algae here that our animals really like. It has all of the proteins and carbohydrates that they need, and it grows really quickly, which means that we can grow a lot of it really quickly and feed it to all of those millions of hungry babies.
Yeah, and there's different systems that you have too.
There are, yes. We have a traditional system that we've used for about 40 years with tall tanks that grow the algae in them. And we've also started to use a newer system called an industrial plankton or a photobioreactor. Yes. We affectionately call it the robot, though that's shorter. Yeah. And that also grows algae in a self-contained machine. Looks pretty futuristic, but does the same thing as our traditional system.
Wow. Well, this is truly amazing back here. And for somewhere like Cape Cod, where we have all this seafood, the fact that you're the only one in Massachusetts, right, doing this is crazy. And how many jobs do you think that, ARC Hatchery is helping.
Yeah, so we had done the numbers at one point, and we think it's over 1,300 jobs. And so that's between farmers, people who work on the farms, the families that they support, as well as wholesalers, retailers, your local fish market, as well as people who work in restaurants and things like that.
Wow.
So it has a wide-reaching impact, just this little spit of land here.
Yes, it's truly amazing. And you also have a wholesale business out of here, as well as your farms.
We do, yes. So in order to keep the hatchery going, especially in the winter, we grow some of our own seed up ourselves. We help out on farm sites in Wellfleet, Barnstable, and Yarmouth, and then we'll bring those full-size products, clams and oysters, into our wholesale warehouse here. And from there, they get packed up and shipped up to Boston. And from Boston, they can get anywhere in the U.S. or the world in about 48 hours.
Wow.
We ship across the U.S. into Canada, as well as Europe and Indonesia.
Wow, well, we're really grateful that you're doing all this work. I love oysters and clams, so thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Great to have you guys here.
Thank you.
Boston's own Deanie's Teenies, perfectly made martinis in a can. Classically created cocktails blended with premium vodka. Available in a can with 4 refreshing flavors. Deanie's Teenies offers all of the classic tastes of your favorite martinis. Deanie's Teenies. Come taste a good time.
I'm here in beautiful Dennis Village at Scargo Cafe, a true landmark here in the village. Been here for over 39 years. Let's go in and talk to co-owner David Troutman. Dave, thanks so much for having me here today.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm thrilled that you're here.
Yeah, one of my favorite restaurants in Dennis. Can you tell us a little bit about what brought you and your brother together to start Scargo Cafe?
Ooh, I probably would have to say a resentment.
Yes.
My brother and I worked for years for other people, and some of the establishments were not the kindest places to work. And so, quite frankly, our primary reason for opening the restaurant was to create a workspace that people liked coming to work to.
Yeah, I love that. And that shows so much in your staff.
Absolutely.
And how long they've been here.
Yeah.
So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, there's no doubt we've got staff that have been here since practically the first year, which is almost 39 years. I've got a general manager that's been with me 20 years. Most of the staff, we've got a fair amount of longevity, and in fact we celebrate every time somebody has an anniversary of how long they've been here, and quite a few of them have been here a long time.
I love that. And one thing I really loved on your website was that you actually have current staff and alumni staff. And for a restaurant to do that, you don't see that often.
We have an active alumni.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. We've had a few celebrations here and there that include. If we have a house party, we often invite them back, and we have a whole Facebook page of alumni. So it's once a Scargonaut, always a Scargonaut.
Right, it's like the family of Scargo. I absolutely love that. And we were talking earlier a little bit about back in the day, and you and your brother and your different maybe dressing styles and personalities.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's no doubt. We do have two completely diametrically opposed personas. I tend to dress a little bit more. My brother, who is sort of the mechanic of the family, is more in jeans and t-shirts, more casual. And that represents what we have to offer. For some people, we are a dress-up special event place. For other people, we're their local hamburger joint and come in and watch the TV and have a beer and a burger.
Yeah, the best of both worlds.
That's right.
And this restaurant has expanded and changed over the years.
Yeah. Well, there's no doubt. We were a 65-seat restaurant originally back in '87. We're roughly double that now. We keep changing the footprint of the building, adding on, just changing as it's not just size, but also the places. This fireplace was not always here. This tavern was not always here. We've had an outdoor dining. We've had added on in a number of different ways over the years.
And it's wonderful. I know I love the fireplace in the winter, and having that outdoor patio for the summer is amazing. That was a good COVID thing that came out of that, I guess, right?
One of the positive things. Yep.
Exactly. Speaking of positive things, you and your brother are huge supporters of our local community. I'm on the board of the Cape Cod Chamber with you. Other than that, what are some other organizations that you support?
Wow.
We could be here all day.
No. I just
in a good way.
Just trying to think which ones I'd like to mention.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, one of the things that involves many different charities,
Yes.
20 different charities, is Second Summer Cycle. It's a charity bike ride that we actually just had. That represents about 20 different charities across the board, everything from vets to women's issues, mental health. The list goes on. It's a number of different ones. So,
and that's a huge thing that you put on.
It was something I did in conjunction with the chamber originally.
Yeah.
It gives me great satisfaction to help so many different organizations.
Yes.
It represents about 200,000 Cape Codders that get some sort of form of benefit from it.
Yeah. Wow, that's an amazing one.
Sure.
And how about your brother? What is he doing behind the scenes?
He's a little quieter with his philanthropy.
Yes.
Number one, he allows me the time to be out in the community because while he's here working, I'm often out in the community.
Yep.
But he also does a lot of things quietly for individuals and families that you might not read in the paper.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the food, right?
Sure.
Everyone loves
Sure.
the food, the drinks here. What are some of the favorites or classics on your menu?
Wow. Well, there are a few things that we've had on since day one.
Yeah.
Grape nut custard is a traditional New England dessert, and we have perfected it. It's
I
something
agree.
and we would never consider getting rid of it.
Yes.
Something a little bit newer would be the tuna martini, a little Asian flair. We do those at a lot of food shows and things. Oddly enough, something as simple as fresh swordfish, just grilled swordfish, is the #1 selling item on our menu.
Really?
So you would think it's hard to screw up, but people love it here.
Yeah.
So
I'll have to try that. I haven't tried the swordfish
Absolutely.
yet. Now I know.
Yeah.
Now, there's been, let's say, the talk of the town, right?
Yeah.
There was this sale, you were thinking of selling the restaurant. What's happening with that? Tell us.
Well, my brother and I are both in our mid to late 60s.
Yeah.
We thought it was time to retire. We put it out there. We had a potential deal, but at a certain point we just said, this really is not the right time. It was happening pretty quickly, and we were not ready. I don't think the public was ready. I know our staff was not ready. And so the time wasn't right, so we've moved on. We are staying. We've got several years left, at least in us. But thank you for asking.
I'm happy to hear that you guys are going to be still here. We've got you
Absolutely.
for who knows, but many more years to come.
There you go. Thanks.
Okay. So, that was pretty good. This guy. The Cape Cod Curling. This is home to curling. Quiet on the set. Imagine if I got stuck. Get off the gripper so I don't fall. Something biting me?
Cause we've no idea when we're coming home.